Hello, Internet. Okay. Welcome to Creative
Mike,
Live. We are starting day 3 with Roberto Valenzuela. We are so excited to get started here today.
Got it.
I'm excited also to learn what we're doing today because I'm not really sure. But folks, this is our pre-show banter, so we're just going to take a few minutes to check our audio and our video. Let us know if you're having any difficulties. You can do that in the chat room. And my name is Susan Roderick, and I will be co-hosting with Miss Kenna Klosterman.
Good morning, everyone.
How are you today, Kenna?
I'm great. I'm ready to start reading off where people are from.
She is ready to go. All right, how are you doing today, Roberto?
Super awesome. Ready to go again.
Super awesome.
Went to bed at 9 p.m.
Nice.
10 hours of sleep.
Really? You are ready, aren't you?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, well, what we're going to do is go around the room and introduce our in-studio audience. And we're going to start with you, David. If you guys could just tell the people at home, we actually are always asking people to come to the in-studio audience to experience Creative Live firsthand. And we get less videos than we think we should, I think. Right? Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Kind of put that weird, but we'd like to get more of you to be part of the Creative Live experience.
Then we would hope.
Then we would hope. Thank you. So I'd like to ask you folks, what would you tell the people at home that are kind of on the fence about submitting videos? We have so many courses coming up, and we really want you guys to participate in the studio audience. So why don't you introduce yourself and tell the folks at home what you would say to them to encourage them to be part of the Creative Live experience.
Okay. My name is David Apeji. Twitter handle is Pixyst. That's Pixyst. And website is pixyst.com. I'm a photographer based in Phoenix, Arizona. And I have been following Creative Live for quite a while, attending a lot of the online courses, and they have been fantastic. But coming here has been a revelation. When you consider that to get this kind of training, to attend a workshop, it costs you a pretty good amount of money if you had to come and if you had to pay for it. And now you're getting a small focused group of just 6 people in this case, and you're getting that for free. It is just absolutely amazing. I mean, when Roberto on the first day said that we would learn so much in just 3 days and that our skill level would receive such a boost, he wasn't kidding. I mean, it's turbocharged everything. It's blown my mind. So if you do have a chance to make a video, it is well worth it.
My name is Mallory DeMott, and it's Mallory Renee Photography. My Twitter handle, though, is Mallory R Photo. Website is malloryreneephotography.blogspot.com. I totally agree with everything that David said, and to go along with that, you don't have to come up with some, super fancy, awesome, like creative or funny video. Like, it's easier than you think to get here. I did it almost last minute, and I was able to come, and you should just at least try to come because, you get the off-camera conversations, personal questions asked. There's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes that is so beneficial and supplements the actual course, so, yep.
Good morning, my name is Juliana Goldberg. My Twitter handle is Juliana Goldberg, and JulianaGoldberg. It was quite challenging at first to make a video, especially because I had no idea how to edit or anything, but it's so worth it. Like the amount of learning that we've been doing here, it's fantastic, it's amazing. And Creative Live only chooses the best photographers. It's been such an amazing experience. You get to meet the crew. Everybody here is so welcoming and fantastic. And learning with hands-on, it's a whole new ball game. So you should try. You get here and you love it.
Hi, I'm Nikki Klosser. My website is nixiephotography.com. It's Nixy, and Twitter handle is also Nixie Photography, and I agree with what everyone said so far. It is so worth it, and you also get to grow your network of friends and photographers and just people in the business in general, so it's so worth it. If you're on the fence wondering if you should send it in, do it.
Hi, my name is Pepe Abarca. Website www.pepesphotos.com. Twitter handle Pepes Photos. And like everybody said, this is a great experience. It's not the same. I watched a few workshops on Creative Live online at home, and you know, it's not the same because, you know, when you're at home, you got other things going on. You might be multitasking, or, you know, you might need to run and, you know, feed the kids or whatever. Here, it's you're hands-on. You can't go anywhere, basically, which is good. And you interact with other people and with the instructor, and you can, you know, if you have a question, you can ask it right away. And it's a whole different ball game. So I strongly recommend submitting your videos. As you can tell, I'm not a great public speaker. I'm not great in camera, as you can already tell anyways. But just being here, it's a life-changing experience, you know, learning from great instructors like Roberto and all the other great instructors that have in Creative Live. Strongly recommend it. So don't be shy, submit a video. It could be like crappy looking video like mine. Doesn't matter, you know, it's just put your heart into it and you'll be good.
G'day guys, I'm Fran Vega. My Twitter's at Aussies, it's AUZZIE. Just do it, seriously. I did it on the iPhone. It took literally a minute and then I pressed send. So you don't lose anything and you gain so much more, so give it a shot.
Thank you guys. And that's right. Thank you all. And the internet is loving you all as well. WV Glitter says, I love that guy when Pepe was talking. Awesome. So, everyone, So welcome everyone again to our third day with Roberto Valenzuela and his location posing execution workshop here on Creative Live. Just going to take you through a little intro, and first I'd like to invite you to show us your Creative Live classroom. We have people joining us from all over the world, and we love to see where you are watching from. So post one of your photos up to Facebook and on our Creative Live Facebook page, and we rotate those on our cover photo. So a quick tutorial on how to watch today's class, how to ask questions in chat, and how to purchase the course videos. There's one place to watch Creative Live, and that is creativelive.com/live. And you can take us on the go. Today is Saturday. You might be running around doing errands, taking your kids to their soccer games. Take us on your iPhone, iPad, Android-friendly device, and you can watch wherever you are. So let's take a look at the course video page, the live feed. And for those of you who are in another part of the country or the world with a slower internet speed, you can control the resolution that you're watching this video on. So how you do that is go down, you see the best button, you hover over that, click that, and select your own speed. And so if you're having slow issues, go ahead and try to do that. Really cool thing about Creative Live is that you can interact not just with us here in Seattle, but also with each other through our chat room. So I highly encourage you to go set up another browser and join our chat room, creativelive.com/chat. There are 3 tabs. The first one is Creative Live, and in this chat room, we ask you to have your on-topic conversations with each other. And this is where you can ask each other questions and get answers. In the second tab, we ask you to just drop in your questions that are on topic for Roberto. We ask you to keep your questions just there. Don't answer each other's questions. And let us know where you're joining us from so that we can pass that along to Roberto as well. And finally, we have the Creative Lounge. And this is where you can hang out and party and drink and have some fun. Talk about what you had for breakfast this morning, play some games, whatever that might be. Keep it friendly. All right, how to ask questions. In addition to the chat room, we have our Facebook page, which is creativelive.com/creativelive. Give us a like there if you haven't already, and we appreciate your spreading the word about Creative Live. We're also taking questions via the hashtag RobertoLive on Twitter. And folks, if you haven't already, we are challenging, we're counting to see how many new Twitter followers we can get Roberto this weekend. We know there's a huge audience out there, and we'd love to see a huge amount of new followers for Roberto. So his Twitter handle is @RobertoPhoto. Thanks for that. Okay, so the way that Creative Live works is that we put on live events for free so that we can reach as many people as possible around the world who might not otherwise have access to this type of education. Roberto has been teaching for 15 years, and it's quite amazing that we can bring Roberto to all of you out there who are watching right now for free, who might not be able to otherwise afford to see Roberto. However, the only way that we are able to do this, the only way that we're able to bring you the next Creative Live workshop is by those of you who choose to invest in this workshop and own the videos so that you can watch them over and over again. And especially with the theme of this one, which is practice, 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 picture perfect practice, this one in particular is an amazing thing to want to own to improve your photography and your photography business. So this class is $149. However, as you can see on the bottom of your screen, there are less than 12 hours to save $50 and get this at $99, which is an incredible, incredible value for the amount and the hours of content for this workshop. So today is the day. If you're going to buy this course, do it right now and save that $50. You will regret it tomorrow morning if you haven't done that. Okay, so let's take a look at the course page. You can still enroll for this class and you get reminders about the rewatch, which will be running later tonight. And then we have where you purchase the course. Less than 12 hours, folks. Just hit the Buy Now button. It is quick and easy. We'd also love for you to let people know, your social networks know, that this class is free. Today is the last free day. So let people know to join in and help us raise the industry, the bar of the industry. Okay, included with the purchase, in addition to all of the course videos, which we'll see, are two special things. One is the keynote slide of all 3 days of Roberto's presentation, which makes for very handy notes. And then in addition to that is the location posing execution chart. That is essentially the Roberto Bible, if you will, that is on one sheet, narrowed down. That's what this whole workshop has been about, and you can take that with you, print it out, and take that with you in your camera bag so that you have it as a reference tool. Let's scroll down the page. There are all of Thursday's videos, all of yesterday's videos. Those are already ready for you to start downloading if you have purchased this class. And here are all the videos that we will be recording today, and turn those around as quickly as possible so that you can start downloading and rewatching when you purchase. Okay, we are giving away, we keep adding prizes to the list of prizes that we're giving away. Roberto is like, hey, how about we give this away? How about this? So amazing amount of prizes, more than we normally give away on the last day. So tweet away. Roberto is full of wonderful, wonderful quotes. And the way that you do that is to use his Twitter handle, @RobertoPhoto, pick out your favorite quote or tip, and include the course page URL in your tweet. That is how we search for those tweets. And we'll be giving away prizes throughout the day. Okay, we are hiring here at Creative Live in Seattle. We are so excited as we're bringing you more and more workshops. I think we have like 10 workshops between now and the end of October. So we need more people behind the scenes here to make everything happen. So some of our new listings are a social media assistant, an email marketing, and a content designer. But there are a number of more jobs that are available and open. And we invite you, if you know somebody or you yourself love Creative Live, you're passionate about what we do here, please, we would love to hear from you. All right, that is all I've got. And over to you, Roberto.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning for day 3. Good morning, you guys, Susan and Kenneth. And good morning, everybody. How's it going? Everybody good today? Yes. First, I want to say that when I went home last night, I was just about as happy as a human being as I could possibly be. More than that, I was happy to see what just happened yesterday. I don't know if you obviously realized because you did it yourselves, and we did it together. And the transformation that I saw yesterday from day 1 was just mind-blowing, phenomenal. I especially went home last night. Not home because I don't live in Seattle, but to my home, which is my hotel room. And I took a look at the photos you submitted for the first day. And then I saw the photos you guys took yesterday. And granted, those photos that you submitted were photos that you needed help with. Still, you still took them at a job. And now the photos that you took yesterday, it's leaps and bounds. And I just feel like we're starting to believe that it's really not about talent. Somebody put on Twitter today, Roberto, I'm so happy to see how untalented you are. I was just like, awesome. I love that. It's an honor. Because now people realize when they're sitting at home, when they give up and they say, I'm not talented, I might as well just give up now. Like, I'm not as talented as this photographer or that photographer, so why don't I just give up now? Now you know that that's really not true. In 48 hours, or really only 12 hours of instruction, I feel like we have taken miles of knowledge of photography. I don't think from today on, you could not possibly see your environment the same way. No way. And from now on, when you take a photo and you know you could do it better, you will not give up. You will continue to push. Which brings me to one thing that I wanted to discuss today. Today, at some point, actually, we're going to be going through the training process of how to best train your brain on how to learn something and actually keep it in your head. Okay? We're not just going to talk about how to do random things. We're going to do it in a very strategic way. So when you finish that little practice session we're going to do, you're going to go, and it will be very difficult for you to forget it. It would actually be difficult. You will have to try to forget it. And you will not be able to. Okay? There are certain ways to hit the brain that if you hit them all in the same way, if you hit all the right chords, your brain just goes to long-term memory. Okay? And we're going to go through that. Another thing we want to go through is we're going to be doing some practice sessions today, later on. And we do have models, but we're also going to do practice sessions without models. We're just going to be using some bananas and stuff. Okay? We're going to be using some fruits. So everybody out there who says, I live in Kentucky, I don't have models, or not Kentucky, there's nothing wrong with Kentucky, by the way. I live in the middle of nowhere, I don't have any people around me, no problem, we'll take care of you too. Right? Let me go over something really cool. I want to go back. Today we're going to be talking about the execution. We spoke about locations first, and we broke them all down, right? We talked about posing yesterday, and we broke that down. And right now I'm going to start asking you what we talked about so to recall it, right? That's the whole memory thing we're going to do. And then today, we're going to use those two things we talked about, and we're going to put them in the framework of execution. If you do not know how to execute everything you know, you're going to have a hard time putting it all together. This is like the glue of all the stuff we talked about, okay? Without the glue, this could disappear. So it's very important that we glue it all now, and it's like in cement, okay? Let me show you once again what we did. Oh, it's weird controlling it. Let's see. They probably prefer for me to use bridge, and I don't have bridge, so I'll use this one. We do have bridge. Somehow bridge is happening. All right, let's take a look at this real quick. Remember these photos, guys? Let me see, let's go here, let's go here. Let's go to student reviews. Let's go here. That is a really good one. Do you see the geometric shapes in that little doodle right there? You see that?
So on your desktop, there's a folder called Stills, and that has the images from the video.
On the desktop of this?
Yeah. So if you hide that.
Desktop. Oh, it came up. Can I just do it this way? It came up. See? It's right there.
Okay.
It came up.
The images that you wanted with the large screen grabs of the yard.
Oh yeah, they're in the
They are
desktop?
Stills.
On the desktop of this?
Yeah.
Got it. They're called stills?
Yeah.
Great. Do we see the perspective? Now, granted, these are photos that you submitted that you needed help with, right? But they're still photos we took, or that you guys took at a job. I don't think you could even possibly take this kind of stuff at a job, even if you tried now. You know what I mean? Because when you see that super bright red, green, and blue, you're going to be like, oh, heck no. We're going somewhere else. You see what I'm saying? There's a lot happening here that I think now everybody in the audience and everybody watching online can definitely break it down, decipher, just be able to totally say, this is what's wrong with it, right? And by you doing that, it's the first step for your improvement. If you don't even know what's wrong, that's why this download for Creative Life is great, because you can, I'm drilling people on how to be able to be your own detectives of your own photographs, because you need to know what's going on, right? Yesterday we did something where we tried to take a photo where it looks very photojournalistic, but we tried to kind of post a photojournalistic and then it wasn't working. So what did we do? We had the bride move, we created movement into the photo, right? And that made that movement happen, and that brought the photojournalistic aspect. Remember we were taking all of that? Let's take a look at let's take a look at the lighting now and the background. What do you guys see? What do you see, Juliana? What do you see now? If you were looking at this photo with all the knowledge you learned in Creative Life now, what would be what you would say to someone?
Background, there's a lot of different patterns going on. The colors is similar, but one is a way more bright than the other.
Where is the gift of the location here?
The gift?
Yeah, it's hard to tell, right?
Yeah.
Because there's like 700,000 gifts in this location.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Are they the brightest?
Definitely, they're very bright.
Right, they're very bright, and the
Yeah.
background is very bright, and it's competing with them.
Yeah.
If you were to open up this photo in Photoshop and you were to blur it with Gaussian blur, you would have a hard time deciding what's the important part of this photo. It would almost be like everything's important or everything is not important. It's one of the two. Do you see the arms and stuff? Do you see the arms just hanging down and everything now?
Correct.
What else do you see, Pepe? Just go. What else do you see in this photograph that's not working for it?
Just the eyes, just the whole look straight to the camera kind of thing is no, like I don't see no feeling there, and just the way they're standing, very slouched. The young lady is kind of.
She's slouched and to the side.
Yeah.
Best of all, is the photo finessed? Is it finessed?
No.
It's not. It's put together, but it's not finessed into a nice little package, right? Remember we talked about the whole language deal? This is like just words. We need to convert them into like a poem, right? The photo needs to sing to you. It needs to have poetry in it, right?
Bless you.
Bless you. Was that Nikki? Yeah. How about this, guys? Give it a shot. Mallory, give it a shot. You know a lot more now.
Yeah, the invisible plane, definitely.
Good invisible plane. We have
Yeah.
21 little items we call the lucky sevens, right? Mm-hmm. That's what people in the internets have been calling them. In the internets. Anyway. What do you see now?
She's slouched. Her neck is gone. But they are the brightest, they're the biggest, they are in focus, so those three things were good.
Let me make a very strong point real quick. I've only been a photographer for about 7 years, something like that. Not even that much. Okay? And I want to share a quick little story. I asked, I can't say who because if they're watching, they'll find out. I asked someone to go over my work, my very first shots I ever took when I was trying to be a photographer. And when I was just like enjoying it, I'm still enjoying it, I'm saying. back in the day. And the guy came up to me and said, "You really have no aptitude for this. You need to keep your day job. Just don't even try." And I was just like, "What are the positives that you can give me?" He's like, "The positives for you to keep your day job. The positives that you have a day job that you can go to." And I was just like, "Oh man, just keep bringing it, baby." Because you're fueling a fire that's never gonna come out. You know what I mean? Granted, I was the worst photographer when I started out. I mean, I was worse than the worst I've ever seen. You know? And I tell you, and I tell everyone out there watching, not only was I really bad and you just hearing me say it, I am willing to prove it to you. I'm gonna show you one of my first weddings. I'm gonna show you what I did that I thought was good. And worst of all, embarrassingly enough, these are the photos that I gave to my bride and groom as their photos, the ones that I picked out for them. They're not the ones I put in the trash. No. I was proud. I thought this was great. And I gave it to them. And I hope this serves as an inspiration for everyone out there, that it's got nothing to do with nothing else other than you deciding, I'm going to be a photographer and I'm going to do it seriously. I'm going to take this seriously. I'm not just going to wish to be good. I'm going to make it happen. Okay? I'm not going to have excuses. I'm going to have solutions. Okay? If I don't have the time, I will make the time. Because if you really want to stop complaining about not paying your bills or having a hard time, or you're having a hard time switching between your regular job and you want to make the switch to a photography career, I strongly believe if you have photos like what we're going to show today later on, people will hire you all the time. You will not have a problem. You don't want to have to ask photographers, how much do you charge, because I'm trying to figure out how to price my work. Your work will speak for itself, and you can charge whatever the heck you want. And people will be willing to pay for it, because like what I said on the first day, you will make the difference between people needing to have you and just wanting to have you. Needing to have you is a powerful feeling. Wanting to have you is like you want a Tootsie Roll. You want gum. You want McDonald's. But if you don't want it, if you don't have it, you can just be okay with it. When you need something, you have to have it. You need air. You need food. I need Pepe's photography for my wedding. See what I mean? I need Nikki to photograph my wedding. It's a whole different mindset. Those two decisions are in two very different parts of the brain. Okay? One is in the old part of the brain, which I'll explain later, and the other one is kind of in the new part of the brain. The new part of the brain is the one that thinks you want something. The old part of your brain says, I need to have it or I'm gonna die. I need to have it. So everyone in the world watching this, please enjoy my first weddings.
Yay!
Enjoy. I know I do not care that I'm showing this work to everybody, because I'm actually proud to show it to you, because I'm proud of my progress that came from hard work. I repeat, hard work. Not shortcuts, not Photoshop filters, not the latest software. Hard work, right? Okay.
Can we correct your images? Just kidding.
Can you correct them?
Yeah.
Oh, sure. That was me when I took these photos. So that was a while ago, 6, 7 years, I don't know how long it was. I was holding my rangefinder because I was reading it religiously. It was like the greatest thing ever. And it still is. It was fun. But that's when I decided to make it happen. I really didn't know anything about photography back when that picture was taken. It was really funny. You know? Let's take a look at my first photos.
It's good symmetry.
Yeah, we got that going. We got that going. Would you take a look at this? I don't even know what the heck is going on here. Why are they looking at each other when they're in their personal space? Isn't that awkward? Do you see? Why their noses are pointing towards each other? There's no X factor of the nose. Remember that? I see 90 degrees in pretty much every joint. There is things happening. Look at that. What is that? What is that? What is this? What's going on here? Why is this brighter than they are? But guess what, people? It was a gazebo. It's like the fountain. You have a gazebo, you gotta use it. It's like the kiss, hug, kiss. Everybody, let's just kiss, 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 because I cannot come up with anything better. You know what I mean? I remember me going, can you guys look at each other and smile? Oh, dear Lord, what a disaster. That's the close-up of their expression, so you can get a really good look at how cheesy this is. This is like the ultimate in blue cheese. It's like the most pungent cheese I can think of right now. That's what that is. That's like aged 25 years. Does that make sense? Very classy. Very classy, people. I'm using foreground, middle ground, background. I'm using depth. I'm really going out right now. When I took that, I was just like, I got this. I got the flowers. I was like, I got this. I'm totally creative. With my flash on. With my flash on, right? And I told them to just kind of move around and stuff, and they were like, move around, like how? Just like, I don't just move around. This is like dance or something. This is why I said to you guys, be specific in your directions, remember that? I was just like, move around, yeah, just do whatever you feel like you're feeling at that moment. I'm like, I'm feeling like you are really dumb. That's probably what they were thinking, right? And why did I look dumb? Because I was holding the flowers with my camera going, I'm putting depth in my photos. Remember, for all of you watching on the internet and all of you watching right now, these are the photos that I actually gave to my clients, okay? That's the key. Man, I love seeing that. It's a good time.
Roberto, the internet is just loving this and is thanking you for being so genuine and honest.
You gotta do it.
We relate to you.
Yeah,
so thank you.
You're welcome. No, it's great. I think everyone out there probably relates with this a little bit in one way or the other, right? I was trying to incorporate like the fountain. Oh God.
So Roberto, Rick Z in the lounge would like to know how much the clients paid for these photos. You don't have to answer that. I just thought that was funny.
I'll tell you what thing.
You don't have to answer that.
Not much. And I deserve that. You know what I mean? They paid, not much in comparison. I had a little strategy that if I charged enough for people not to doubt my skill level, I would be able to book more weddings. But people nickel and dimed me, and because I was desperate for trying to get some weddings, whatever price I put out, I didn't have a good strategy and a good framework for sticking to my guns, because my clients just were going for me because of price. It wasn't something like, it wasn't for artistic expression or because they were seeing their wedding through my photography or anything like that. It was just, who's the cheapest, or who's like someone that we can sort of afford and who's kind of fun personality-wise. So they would just hire me because of that. My prices were not that cheap, but they were not expensive at all, affordable to pretty much anyone with a regular job. But this is the kind of work that I would give them, and I was pretty proud of it. I wasn't too proud of it soon after, and that's when my decision to make something about it began. You know what I mean? It was like, this is not happening. Because when I went to see my favorite photographers work, and I'm not just talking about wedding photographers, I'm talking about all kinds of photographers out there. I saw my work, and I wanted to get a bucket to throw up my breakfast, lunch, and dinner all at once. Because there was serious issues happening, and I didn't want to be like, you know what? I didn't want to be like, I don't have this camera gear, I only have this little one. I have the plastic lens. I don't have the L series lens. I mean, it's like, that got me nowhere. These excuses just got me nowhere. You know, so it's just, you want to do it or not? What the heck is that window doing there? Why did I put that in my frame? This is where I try to get another angle. It looks like she's about to like, if ice could kill, that's it, right? See, she's holding the flowers that I was holding on the other shot. See how her collarbones are facing me? See how this is all in the, she's not even the biggest, the brightest, or she's not even in focus. What is the three things I talked about? Subject emphasis. Are you the brightest? Are you the biggest? Or are you the one that's in focus, right? I have neither of the three here. Not just two or one, none of them. Okay? Take a look. What is going on with this? Like just right there. Huh? Not bad. Look at that creepy hand. That's like creepy hand at its best, people. You don't even see their face. Neither of their faces. But you see the veil. And this cactus. This whole like crazy bright thing is just right over their head with all kinds of little branches sticking out. God, talk about finessing the hand, right? I mean, that's like right there. I'm gonna claw you. I'm gonna claw you. Maybe I was trying to show the engagement ring or something. Maybe that was my idea of showing the engagement ring. I don't know what it was. I don't even know what this arm is doing, hanging like a monkey. I mean, the guy is seriously just like this. How much effort does it take to put the arm like that? It takes a lot of effort. And if there's effort, get rid of it. Because if there's effort, the pose is not going to work. This, that's a lot of effort, people. Like, that's difficult. You have to do things that look flawless. That's why we soften the hands and so forth.
Sorry, his face is
I love how even Ken and Susan are laughing. That's fantastic.
It's easy for us to sit here and laugh, but
it's funny.
We've all done it. We've all been here.
You know what?
just
I mean,
facial
I'm standing here now, but look where I was.
Well,
in just like 6 or 7 years, really.
Susan was just saying, I need to go back and look at my first wedding photos. And yeah, exactly.
First of all, there's a random bench kind of like about to slide out of the frame. The groom is falling off. He's not exactly happy with me right now. Okay? That's not, I'm really happy I hired you, Roberto. Face. Okay? And the best part about this is the really great tree hat he's got going on. He's growing a tree all over the place. So when I asked you to show me your photos that you needed help with, I'm doing it for you now. Same thing, okay? Not just I'm not just gonna put my best foot forward for you and for everyone. I'm gonna show the truth, okay? Because that's how we do things. That's how we roll here, right? This is just about the worst groom pose I have ever seen. But the best part is look at that exquisite composition here. Right? Look at that invisible focal plane going in and just kind of totally it's like putting his face as far away from the focal plane as possible. Right? The tilt of the camera is just totally not working. The tree's coming out of his head. He looks about as freaking angry as possible. Right? All these white stuff, I didn't even fix it. It's just horrendous. And I gave it to him. This is me working really hard on being creative with my poses. It's just awfully speechless for me. How cheesy is that? Is that like 25 aged cheddar cheese, or is that about 50 years aged? I would say it's about, what's stronger than blue cheese? Kenna, what's a stronger cheese than blue cheese?
I'm not sure, but there's a lot of stinky cheeses out there.
You know what? I saw an
Limburger?
episode on Discovery Channel about a
Limburger.
cheese that has all the worms inside, and the worms go to the restroom inside the cheese,
Okay, wow.
and then that's what makes it creamy, and then you eat that, and that's kind of what this is right there. That's that level of punchiness, okay? You see how there's no interaction between them? It's not even believable. Does this look so posed, like a photographer said, hey, wait, I got this. Go up the stairs, and you are like helping her down. Yeah, that would be killer. That would be killer, because I'm not using the fountain, and I'm not having you kiss. I'm totally like going out there right now. My artistic level is just, woo! See what I mean? Okay. How about that, people? How about subject emphasis at its best? Get a load of that, creepy hand. I mean, that's it. I own you. You're not going anywhere. Not with that hand like that. I would love to blur this in Photoshop with Gaussian blur. You wouldn't even be able to find the bride and groom in there. See what I mean? I mean, get a load of the cacti. It's not like this is exactly helping me. Remember I said don't include everything unless you just include what you want? Oh God. Oh, carry her, yeah, and then just stare at me like, you're just like, hey, just stare at me. Both of you, please. Look at their expression. Get a load of that thumb. Creepy hand going on. I don't even think they're in focus. I couldn't even get that right. Right? Mallory's having a good time.
It's a right angle even. It's just funny.
He's still not happy with me. She looks pretty okay. She looks like she's still believing. I feel like I need to go back, give him a call, and ask him to do a reshoot. I need to do that. I'm gonna call and be like, you probably don't want to talk to me, but let's do a reshoot. I've gotten a little bit better. Just a little bit. Get a load of that? Now that's artistic level at its best. I even busted out my flash and everything.
Dresses.
That's because I had my wife hold this, so it looks like the wind is taking it. Oh, run. Hey, Kim, my wife, Kim, I got this. Let's create this drama. Let's grab the dress and just hold it and just like really take it out. Like the wind is just blowing. She's just blowing with the wind. It will look so cool. I'm gonna turn on my flash. It's gonna look so good. We're gonna get the sunset and everything. You know, we got the sunset, we got the clouds, we got the wind, we got it all. We're set. Winner. Winner.
Can I say something?
Please.
I want to thank you so much for sharing these pictures
Sure.
because we all, I'm sure everybody out there, we all struggle and we all look at our pictures and we really, you know, we see a little bit of improvements and we think we're there. And I mean, it's nice to see that people like you in such a wonderful level already went through this. And it's very inspiring. So thank you for sharing.
It really is. And Darla K online says, I love that he can laugh with us at himself. So,
How could I not? Look at that.
it's funny how this is almost more inspiring
Right.
than having you show your best photos
course.
that you've ever taken, because
course.
everyone can relate to this, and there's tons of people probably watching right now that are still at this place.
I really hope everyone out there is just understanding and feeling not inspired, because I could care less, encouraged,
Exactly.
right? Encouraged to I feel bad whenever I teach conventions and people really come to me and sometimes they start crying and stuff and about them not being able to pay their mortgage or something, or their rent is not going to get paid because they decided to take the plunge into full-time photography and it's not working out. I was in Argentina recently and in Greece, and I had like 3 people bawling in my shoulder because they were not going to be able to pay their rent. And the guy gave up his job. He has 2 kids. And I'm like, so what do you do? And it's like, you know, it's a terrible feeling. And I hope this creative life class, I really just hope everybody gets it. Just, if you like photography, you want to learn, just learn, do it, you know? I feel bad, I really do. My heart was dying because I was just like, I feel bad for you, but at the same time, what have you done about it? Like, I'm hugging them, you know, like, what have you done? Because crying is not going to get you better. You know, you have to do something. So
I have one last thing to say.
yeah.
I just want to say that 2 days ago, perhaps you wouldn't be laughing as hard because you wouldn't be seeing all these mistakes.
2 days ago, what?
We wouldn't be laughing as hard because we wouldn't have seen the mistakes you have made, because we learned so much in the past 2 days that we can see all
I'm showing you this now on the 3rd day for a reason.
Yeah,
I wouldn't show you this on the 1st day because you wouldn't have nothing to compare it to.
exactly. We wouldn't
I do this on purpose. The 3rd day comes in, you are 10 years ahead of your time in your photography skills. Now you can look at this and be like, what the heck? And that's why this course is so valuable for people, because they can just do it themselves after this, okay? And not only that, they can see that I wasn't talented ever in photography. This is not talented white balance, you know? Susan.
So good.
I love Susan and
so
Kendra
funny.
McKenna, by the way. Shout out.
You're awesome.
That is not what I would call talented white balance. And there's definitely a creepy thing coming out in the back of my photograph. That's my silhouettes, people. That's my silhouettes. When I saw this, I was like, oh, fire. Because that's like, look at the arm, 90-degree at its best. Like, what the heck is going on? Look at their noses. Why are they glued together like that? It just looks terrible. Let's go. That was my foreground background, trying to be creative with the depth of field and stuff. Kenna, please.
Yeah, folks are wondering if you could, maybe for a couple of these, tell us what you would do differently. Or maybe even the audience, but
I mean, I can respond that really easily.
yeah.
Everything. That's the best way to respond to that. There was not a single thing here that I would do the same. Neither would you by now, I don't think.
The location, redo it, and then do it before and after. It'd be cool.
Yeah, I know, right? I don't even know what. You see how they're looking at the same location, and the same location is just a brick wall?
Or fire.
Do you see why you have to think at the whole frame before you take your photograph? Because we take a look at our bride and groom or our fashion models or our senior portrait or whatever we're photographing, and we don't look at the rest of the scene because we're concentrating on this. And you realize that you just had them look at a brick wall. All to like really sternly look at the brick wall. And that brick wall is as blown out as you can get. That's about the worst possible choice to look at. And their noses are now parallel, looking at the same location, right? There's no crisscrossing of the noses. This is my attempt at reflections. This was my reflection shot. That's a mirror. There you are. What do you think about that? David, you're enjoying the photo?
Yeah,
Yeah? Would you buy this in a canvas? Put it up in your house?
sure.
Sure. You're supportive, man. Get a load of the arm. You don't even see the wrist. It's just like she went to Uganda or something. Huh? How about the choker? Let me love you. God, die you. Right? That's the double choker. You got the double choker going on. And he's like, yeah, I want to die. I'm good. Squeeze a little harder. Just take me out of my misery because Roberto's taking this photograph. Please, kill me now. Keep on choking me. Look at that. Look at the hand. A random person's coming out of his head. It's just like you don't even see the origin of her body. You just, whoop, here I am, right? Huh? Not cheesy at all. This is like the fountain, right? Like the gazebo at a park. Yes, you do have a chest. Yes, I feel something there. It's like, look at this. What is this arm doing here? Why is her hand like this? At least they shifted their body weight. That's good. This is blown out like crazy. She's got a 90-degree on her wrist. You see what those 90 degrees are kind of, you can see how they don't help you, right? I remember what I said. Sometimes I do the 90 degrees if I feel like that's the best option at that time. But at least you're aware of it, okay? That's choker number 2. This is the, I'm about to break your neck, right? So it's like, you're ready, you're ready, you're ready, right? This is what's going on here. Is her spinal cord slouching?
Yes.
Is he slouching?
Yes. It looks like her feet are coming.
Take a look at that invisible plane that I talk about. It's about 4 feet from his eyes because the shoes are right there, right? Very straight. I thought that was so cool because I gave it a cool camera tilt. Artsy, hello. This is my attempt at getting it in the moment. I was trying to get in the moment. This is my photojournalism. I seriously thought this is what people were talking about, to really get close. Literally. I took that very literally. I got close to that moment like this. Show me that cake, baby, all over your face, right? Not to mention my exposure is just dead on. And my crop and my composition is just... It is picture perfect.
Rick Z says this one's not even good for Facebook.
This one's, what'd you say?
He says this isn't even good for Facebook.
Yeah. Facebook would cancel my account for putting a photo. Even Facebook would have standards. Does that make sense?
Sorry. Have you ever thought of a career as a stand-up comedian?
3 different angles, people. 3 different angles. My detail shots. That's my ceremony exposures. I tried to turn on my flash. This is what I got. Then I'm like, whoops, I don't know how to use my camera, even though I call myself a professional photographer. How many of us are in that boat? Right? I don't know how to use my flash, even though I call myself a professional photographer. Right? So I tried to switch my flash, and I get this. Then I'm like, not working. This. The whole ceremony looked like that. The entire ceremony was like that. I was like, I was not prepared. I went to the wedding to practice, not to perform what I had practiced before. And that's the result. You see what I mean? Huh? Oh my gosh. Let me see your nose holes. Please, just get them in there. Let me get my macro and really just get in there. Let me get to the juicy part.
Oh my God.
Oh, hair detail, people. This is what you call full coverage photography. I cover everything. You have something in your hair, I will be there to take a picture of it. Okay?
Oh my God.
Are we happy with this?
That was awesome, Roberto.
Thank you.
I think my face hurts from smiling so much.
hurts.
But I do have
face hurts.
a question for you.
Yeah.
From John Ellis, which is, how many seasons did it take you before you realized that you needed to drastically improve your photography?
How long did it take me?
When you were doing it, like how long did it take for you to look at those and say, wow, I really need to improve?
That's a good question because it's a complicated answer because you can't just one day wake up and have all this knowledge. It started out from a serious fire and desire to look at photographers that I admire, and not just wedding photographers, but many other kinds of photographers.